Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. I wish you all a happy new year. I invested some time in playing Space Engineers on my own. I think I needed that a bit. Space Engineers loses me a bit, and I needed some time to kind of get myself back into it. So I invested some hours to play here and to play on Corvus. That means that I did some things that I didn't record. And by the way, if I sound very weird, I have a broken tooth, and that is messing with me and with my English. Good. So I have things to show, and the weather is making me giving me a hard time a bit, but that seems to be needed. So let's go outside and let's see what I have done. So I, for one, moved all the stuff here, added a refinery and an assembler in the back there. I removed the mining rig because I dug as deep as it could, and then I cleared this area up a bit and made a platform here so that we can have some controls for the wind tower. I have neatly arranged the pipes here a bit. I've made a garage building that we will take a look at in a second, and yeah, started this here. I didn't beautify anything, it is just as it is right now. I've made some walkways so that we can step over these pipes here and do some, don't know, whatever that is here. I've set up this connector and this cargo container here so that we can have some parts here, and for one, refuel the ship. We have a refill for ourselves. On the other side is an interface so that we can grab materials too. And I have started something in the hole down here. I want to give a bit of a story to this thing, that it is maybe, I don't know, something that uses geothermal energy or something. The heater for the whole thing. I don't know. Now we can't see what I've set up here because I have an exhaust here that is spewing out steam, and now because of the weather it is not visible. That is bad. Let's go into the garage. The garage has some cladding around it that makes it possible so that I have some frost on there, but the rest of it is heated. I have some these neon lights, I really like them to make some details around the whole thing. Just some cables or whatsoever coming out of it. I'm using some blocks to have, I don't know, machinery on top, all this stuff. So with a door, hangar door, there's the vlog drone, by the way, and we have all the stuff in here. So something to close the door, a cargo container and a refill, and we have an air vent in here. I know that it is not needed here, but if we close this off to have some warmth, then we definitely need that. Again, small little room where we can now make a rover or something like that, so that we can move about. That's the plan for today, to start a rover and then move around a bit and see what MES spawns for us. maybe we can go and deal with some of the stations or something like that. We will see. Good. Let me start with this, I would say. I want to set up a landing gear. And we need a battery. I will use a block that I have from one of the mods, the small connector. That will be the main connection so that we can connect the grid somehow to the main grid so that we can reload it. I think I will rely on batteries and not use anything else. Going with, for one, I don't like that the engines are so loud, so maybe that's the way to go. I've installed a wheel mod again that maybe we can use, but I think the wheels are very, very big, so let us, yeah, that's it's the large grid wheels. So they are 11, 15 by 15. That's a lot of wheel. I want to use them for Corvus. We had some discussions about having really large wheels, and 50 by 15 is just the largest wheels I could find. Not that they are needed. 7 by 7 already good, but we will go with the small version anyway. But there we have 15 by 15, still far too big, so not really a thing. We will go with vanilla wheels. Cockpit. I think I will go with a normal cockpit and leave that open. I don't want to go too big, so the whole thing needs to fit into the garage, and I want to keep it for one low because just 2 blocks, and we will keep it relatively small. I think I will put a cargo container on there, one of the azimuth cargo containers. The thing is, I think I don't want to this is maybe... We can't use a small one. If we want to transport materials, we can load the whole thing by hand and put in what we need by hand, because the small connector will only let ores get through. That's maybe something we should keep in mind if we set up some connection. Good. Let me work a bit, I would say. Good. Battery. I think we will have something like battery saddles, 2 on each side or something. I want to keep the thing a bit lower to the ground, so 8. Or do we use them as the main frame of the whole thing? I tend to do that because the wheels are just so big. And having them sit on... This is the best orientation for the batteries, because then you can just put everything on top of them, have the wheels. I will definitely go with larger wheels, but have them sit in between, and it is kind of the best way to use them. Have them be the frame of the whole thing. So we need some energy cells. 8. By the way, the color might change. I'm just building that now to have a contrast in between, or between that thing and the... So G wheels. Let's go with the off-road suspension. Using anything else is kind of useless. So the question is, do we bring it forward and put these maybe here? 5, no, 4 is right. So if we do it this way, we tuck the wheels in, don't have it too wide. Ugh. That was absolutely clear. Then it then immediately has a problem with the tilt of the whole thing. I will keep it open. I want to keep it light. Now, the only problem that I have with the batteries, the way they are, that's maybe too close to the... Is that maybe too close? Yeah. I need to bring it up. I need to bring it out a bit. The batteries are the way they are right now. They are in the way. I still think it's the best way to put them. Have them basically... That's what car manufacturers do. They put them in the bottom to have some... To have the weight low down there. But I think they are not using a meter by 1.5 and 1.5 meters battery. That's maybe the thing. So we could go with small batteries. I think for rovers that is definitely enough. But we still need to figure out the problem with the wheels here. We might have to bring them forward a bit. Let me just put up some blocks just to keep the structure intact when we cut off the batteries. It's good that I didn't put that I haven't put the things in already. If we put... Come on. If we put this forward a bit. 4 is right. And then 5. We can have a front. It is still low. And then we cut off this. And we go with the small battery. I kind of always, as always, want to keep it relatively light and small. So the question is, how crazy do I go with one thing that I want to have on board is an O2 gen. I would like to be able to refill hydrogen from the car. So that's maybe something I want to incorporate. Something where I just can, where I can just fill up my tanks. But that thing is really big. For just a thing that I just want to carry with me out of convenience. This might be a bit much. Or I think that's a bit much. Good, let me do some more work on this, and I will hopefully come back with something that already has some form. So I took it out and took it for a spin, and I need, for one, gyros. Oh, I hope I can cut this without it splitting in half. Yes. I, for one, need gyros. The steering works well, there's a lot of power in there, but I still need some way to connect it, and that is still... I really would like to use a small one. That would be absolutely nice, but on the other hand, again, I don't get the stuff in there. Although, again, I could load it by hand. The small one would be so much neater. I can still get the ores out, I can still get ice in, but I just have to load the whole thing by hand. So I'm really struggling with it. If you have an opinion on that, then let me know. I could, for one, a small one, I could maybe connect somehow to the roof and have a small connector sit up here. And then maybe just connect it through the roof, through a connection on the roof, load it that way, and unload it. And again, I don't want to... This thing is not made for transporting tons and tons of materials. At least not when it comes to components. It is more made for transporting, yeah, ores back and forth. It will be nice to have, and I will definitely put an ore detector on here so that we can find materials, because we definitely need cobalt. Let me think a bit more. I need to do some more work here. The whole thing works fine, but it needs some more. And it needs some work here in the front to definitely hide this stuff. It needs work. Good. I will be back after some more work. The thing that I realize is that I don't have a space for a gun or anything like that, so attacking anything like the research base is kind of off with this anyway, so I need to stay out of their range. And I'm not sure if I like that. The thing is, the good thing is, the assertives don't attack me anymore. But if there's anything in the way, or if there's anything in their reach, they control an area of, I don't know, a kilometer or something like this around them, or a 1.5, and then they will send drones after you if you get into that. The bad thing is that I kind of want to be able to shoot at them, but that is not easily done with this small thing here. Do I have to build another thing to be able to shoot them? The thing is, then, if I build a bigger rover, do I really need this one here anymore? I will decide that later. I want to finish this, or not finish it, but work more on this, and then go out, find some resources, and set up some drills and bring in some materials. I think that's the main goal for now, I say. Let me do some more work. I'm recording for a long time, and since I'm recording differently now, that will be weird. I'm so not used to this. Good. Let me do some more work. I think we need to do another short trip with it. I happy as it is right now. The back needs some work. Again, this will be done whenever I have decided if this thing stays or if it goes. I might want to bring it, if it stays, I might want to bring it back a bit more so that it hangs over the edge there. But I like the front and all that stuff. I'm hiding details. I'm putting some stuff in so that it... okay, that's why. The searchlight is kind of weird. The nothing lines up with that thing. I'm disappointed, but I was watching, but I was trying to kind of get the dot to stay, but for some reason it didn't want to do anything here and didn't want to do anything here, so it's kind of weird. Let us drive it out and just why is everything so wobbly? So, and then I need to get the strength on the wheels a bit down, I say, because it really doesn't do the whole suspension thing really nice. And that's what it should do. Five. I want the suspension to move. So the gyro is on. I can corner a bit harder. That's good. Now, can we find some things? That would be absolutely neat. But I am recording for a lot longer than I thought I would today. So I will do the next stuff tomorrow and maybe start cutting this up and see how long I have done that. But at least I want to find some ores or something like that. That would be neat. And maybe again I have some other MES mods in that do cities that are abandoned, and maybe I can find stuff like that. That would be great too. Just something to see. By the way, the animated gyro, that's something I don't know if I want to keep. It's just that thing spins like crazy. But we need it. We definitely need it. I think I can drive a bit faster. So go to 120. I think I don't need to be too careful. Is the origin, the ore detector that is on, it is broadcasting, so it should, if it finds something, it should definitely tell me. Let me do a short round. Ooh, let me do a short round and then I will come back to you. This will be interesting, I can only say, because I can see that the vlog drone has a snowstorm while I don't. And it's just, that will be interesting how it changes when I come back. If that, what that does. The whole weather thing is, again, I just turned that on for Triton because I usually don't use it. By the way, I'm back on the way to the station because I'm not finding really anything interesting right now. I found gold, but I lost it. And then I saw that the assertives were on my trail. I decided to not pursue that for that reason. So it starts to snow, that at least. Now the question is, will it get bad? Because again, it looks on the other screen, it looks really, really bad. This, I might have to show that because I can see my rover coming back, and here it is just foggy and all that stuff. If it really is that bad as it is on the other screen, maybe it is because the screen is so much darker. It looks like I have night there. Nice. Brake, 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 and then we go back into the garage. Again, we still need a way to load this up, but that will be for the next time. I couldn't find anything. I need to go out and do work there. So it looks It looks bad, but it must be the screen. My other screen is just... The screen I hooked up to the other PC is just a way darker. There it looks like I have a real snowstorm, and I have a snowstorm, but here it looks nice, like, oh, it's snowy. And here it is. On the other screen it's just... And the thing is, I can't even show that, because if I just post the footage, it will not change, because it's the screen that is broken. Not broken, it's an old screen then. Good, but people, that's all for right now. I will stop recording and come back to you after a second. For you, for me, it will be a bit longer, and we'll finish that then. Maybe I have some time to drive around and do some stuff. Maybe I find something. Good, people. Back in a second. So I added a piston and a small connector to load this thing up with energy now. The weather is not letting up, so I could drive out there, but let's say it that way. I'd rather just close the door and just stay in here and don't do anything for a while when the weather is so bad. I think that's all for today, guys. I will work more on this and see if there's anything that I want to change on this. And then I will think about having something to get rid of the bases or something like that. Something that has weapons. Maybe I really don't need it. In the meantime, I will do some more driving out there and scouting, and nothing more, I think. Maybe I come back next time and have set up some things, and then we can think about what to do next, because then we have a base, we have a rover to get around, we can keep this thing running. And I'm not sure what to do next. I need to play Space Engineers more, just to see where I drift then. It kind of pulls me back to Mars, because I have the big wheels now. There should be something I should do with that. People, I say thanks for watching. Hope you liked this episode. If you did, please leave a like on the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. See you guys.